Hi everyone! As I discussed in another video, Bach takes as the motif for this chorale prelude the tetrachord found explicitly in the soprano part of the initial two phrases of the original chorale. Both of the chorale melody's initial tetrachords are framed by the notes G and C, although tetrachords framed by other notes are also included. Here, for example, a descending AD tetrachord is found. Here, continuing through the cadence, an ascending BE tetrachord, and here an ascending GC tetrachord leads into a CF tetrachord. As we'll see in the prelude, while Bach introduces tetrachords framed by other notes, these tetrachords from the original melody are frequently used. Beginning the prelude, for example, two descending GC tetrachords, one moving as eighth notes and the other predominantly as quarter notes, interact with an ascending eighth note GC tetrachord in the bass. These tetrachords also overlap with eighth note ascending and quarter note descending CF tetrachords. In both these examples, interaction of ascending and descending versions of tetrachords framed by the same notes creates voice exchange, and Bach's use of different note values in the parts aligns in the GC tetrachords the note A, and in the CF tetrachords the note D. Use of different note values throughout the prelude allows Bach to combine not only tetrachords framed by the same notes, but also those framed by different notes. Here, for example, two staggered ascending GC tetrachords, both predominantly moving as quarter notes, interact with an ascending CF tetrachord moving as eighth notes. The eighth note CF tetrachord then leads into this eighth note, 16th note figure, a rhythmic motif of the work. Because the various tetrachordal entries act locally as cantus firmi to the surrounding parts, some of the resulting progressions may be ambiguous. Here, for example, should this vertical interaction of A and C be heard as a C harmony note over a passing A note, or as the 5th and 7th degrees of incomplete D minor supertonic 7th harmony? Here also, this vertical interaction may be heard as first inversion mediant and root position dominant harmony, with both options acting as a passing chord, prolonging the subdominant. Beneath the initial notes of the chorale melody entering in bar 3, Bach introduces, predominantly moving as quarter notes, a different tetrachord framed by the notes D and G, and including F sharp. This tetrachord interacts with the C melody note and an eighth note descending GC tetrachord in the bass to create a secondary F sharp diminished triad resolving to C major's dominant. Here also, the initial C of the CF tetrachord sounds as an incomplete lower neighbour note prefix over G dominant harmony. The tetrachord then concludes as before with this rhythmic motif. Here Bach ties this D note, creating a 7/6 suspension over first inversion C major harmony. The extended D note within this BE tetrachord echoes the use in the original chorale of the BE tetrachord's repeated D note sounding through the cadence. Leading to this cadence in bar 6 and the introduction of the second phrase of the chorale melody, Bach combines a descending CF tetrachord in the bass with ascending GC and BE tetrachords in the upper parts. GC and BE tetrachords are then combined for the remainder of the bar, creating a 1-5 progression. The rest of the prelude continues in a similar way and provides an excellent example of how to create a complete texture using a single motif. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.